Yeah, here we go. It's going to be an easy test on slope, and I'm going to run through not every example on this test review, but an example of everything you will see on the test itself. And here is the first part of our test review. So you will be interpreting, or well, you're going to be telling me things about these lines that you see. And you can copy this down. Alright, so first one, line A, vertical line, undefined slope, there is no y-intercept. Find the slope of line B, and we have line B here in green. So we're going to be going down and to the right, so we may need to note that that's negative. You're going to go down 3 and over 9, and you'll see that reduces to a negative 1 over 3. Horizontal line, slope is 0. Y-intercept is wherever it crosses. I'm sorry, it was this line, line C. Would be a negative 7 or so probably. Then line D is a positive slope, and you can see where I counted. It reduces to 3 over 2. Alright, and on to, we're looking at number 10, I skipped over 2. This guy, sorry I got interrupted, I don't know where I was with this one, so I'll just start over. You're given a point, you graph the point, you're given a slope. Always think of the negative sign, if there is one, and attach it to the top number. So from the point that we have here, we'd go down 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3. Alright, let me see which other one I want to do.
Radio on AM 1070, The Answer. This is the Michael Medved Show on AM 1070, The Answer. And
Okay, I don't think that was recording. Anyway, this is presented with y-intercept. The y-intercept is where your line crosses the y-axis. That's a positive 2. And the slope is a negative 4 over 1, so we go down 4 over 1, and we draw our line. Here is an example using 2 points that they give us, and we will use our formula. This is called the point slope form. Of course, it will be given to you on the board, but here's how we plug it in. Pick one of the points and label it x1, y1. Pick the other point, label it x2, y2. Plug it in, negative 2 minus 5, and a negative 4 minus 4. That gives us a negative 7 over a negative 8. Now these negatives cancel out, but the numbers stay the same. So we end up with a slope of a positive 7/8. Okay, you may want to hit pause and copy all this down. It looks like I had already worked number 8 as well. Same idea as the previous example. Where you label your points, plug them in, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, and you get a negative 4/7. Here we're doing, we're using that point slope formula to solve for one of the missing coordinates. And so we label x2, y2, and we plug in negative 6 minus a negative 8 would have given us a negative 6 plus 8. And then we would have r minus 5. And what I did was I cross-multiplied, and I show you that right here, negative 2 times parentheses, r minus 5, equals, and what I did here is I just went ahead and did the math. Negative 6 plus 8 makes a 2, and a 2 times a 7 gave me that 14. So then we clear parentheses. Negative 2 times r makes a negative 2r. Negative 2 times a negative 5 makes a positive 10. And then I subtracted 10 on both sides. And we get to here, negative 2r equals 4. Divide everything by negative 2. That r would have been a negative 2. Okay, so we're just plugging in using our point slope formula, again, which will be on the board. And we're finding the missing piece. The key part of this when you cross multiply is remember to use these parentheses and remember to distribute that negative 2. Okay, you may want to hit pause and copy all this down. we're going to be presented a couple of different ways to figure out our graph. This one is in y equals mx plus b format, so we can pick out m, it's 2 over 7, and the b is a -4. I would simply go to the -4, that's the y-intercept, and I would graph out up to, and actually, I think I messed that one up. Hold on one second. Sorry, I'm not quite for sure what I was thinking of when I did that. This should be our line. We're going to start at our -4, which is the y-intercept, go up to and over 7. And again, it's very hard to draw a straight line with this touchpad. Here on 15, we had to rearrange stuff until we got it to look like y equals something. And this is how we did it. I moved my 2 over, it became negative. Then I divided each term by 5, so I could get y alone. That becomes y is equal to -2/5 x plus 2, slope of -2/5, and a y-intercept of 2. Started at +2, went down and over, and you can see my dots in the right place, but my line's a little off. You get the idea. Alright, hopefully you'll pause this and copy it down. One thing I didn't fill in, number 19 is one of our special cases. X is equal to -3, that's a vertical line, so our slope is undefined. There is no y-intercept, so you would write none. Again, make sure you pause and copy all this down. So x equals something, that's going to give us a vertical line. If it was y equals something, that would be a flat line. Like y equals 4, let's say. It would be a flat line at 4. Otherwise, you're going to have some form of slope. This one, y equals -x, well, what's not written is our -1. So my slope is -1 over 1. And if there's nothing else after it, then our y-intercept, the b, is 0, or the origin. So start at the origin, go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. You've got your line. Now we're looking at the line and figuring out the answers. So if I look at this line, look at what's circled in blue, what is the y-intercept? Well, it's right there where my line crosses the y-intercept. Count it down, it's -2. I can do my counting and get my slope of -3 over 5. And when I know these two, I just plug them into that y equals mx plus b. And there's my equation. Okay, I'm calling it quits. Bye.